Welcome to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Things.
And we're back, man. Episode 378.
Yes, sir.
Let's get right into it. I want to start this episode off with a warning. Okay, that movie 28 years later. Hey man, I'm warning you guys. Don't take your family to watch this movie. Do not take your fiance, your wife, whatever. Just don't. It's not one of those movies, man. They need to rate this movie rated D for dick. There's just too much dick in the movie, man. I'm sorry. It was very awkward, and I feel like I want to use my platform to warn the people of this listening group here, because you're gonna go to that movie and it's gonna be not what you expected. When I went to the movie to watch it, and I seen just some of the people that were coming in there. I seen a father that had like his teenage son and daughter with him, and I didn't think anything of this because I figured it's just maybe the gore that's in the movie is it's expected, but there was a little bit more than gore. You got a monster yelling to the top of his lungs with a BBC chasing people down. He's just like, roar, roar. And I think the biggest issue is this. It's not like this was one scene. I'm not going to give the movie away, but I can say this. There were at least 7 different times that you seen this thing. Mm-hmm. And I understand they want to paint this animalistic, picture, this idea of, some people being on this island basically for 28 years with infected people. Mm-hmm. I get it, but it just seems like breasts are a lot more palatable. Women being nude is a lot more palatable, but I'm just not used to seeing a BBC monster. That's just not what I expected to see. Mm-hmm. Right. So also this is the warning to the fellas out there. If all of a sudden your girl is like, I want to go watch that movie 28 years later. I heard it was a good movie. Dang. Or like if your girl like got like a whole group of her homegirls and they go watch 28 years later, then something ain't right, man.
Yeah, they get dressed up and put their makeup on and stuff like that.
Yeah, if all of a sudden you look in her cupboard and the Rose toy ain't in there no more, it's like she done took off to the movies with it. That's how you know it's a problem.
Dang. She in there with the vibrator, like zzz.
Monsters, people dying, and then in between you hear that like, man. Dang. Yeah, so on a serious note, I would strongly suggest not to do it. And I have an article here, because even people who have not seen the movie, they started hearing about this monster. So here's the thing, which is labeled the Alpha, right? 28 years later, fans distracted by zombies' huge appendage in highly acclaimed film. Fans who have watched newly released 28 years later couldn't keep their eyes away from the Alpha zombie's huge penis and took to social media to share their thoughts. And it says the much anticipated post-apocalyptic horror is finally in theaters, and the movie already has a score of 89% in Rotten Tomatoes. Directed by Danny Boyle, the film is a sequel to 28 Days Later, which starred Cillian Murphy in 2002. The first movie, Cillian Murphy's character, a bicycle courier, wakes up 28 days later after a contagious virus was released. Chaos in Britain, Great Britain. Okay. The latest movie, which is Irish actor, is not starring in, picks the story up to 28 years later, but focuses on a small group of survivors. In the latest film, the group is pursued by Alpha, a zombie who is presumably the leader of the infected and is physically bigger than them. So this dude he's like probably like 6'8". Mm-hmm. He's just a huge monster. But yeah. Here it goes. Here goes the other thing. It says, but despite the engaging storyline, fans couldn't help but notice the unique feature of the Alpha zombie. His surprisingly large piece, which led to the joking that the film should have called 28 Inches Later. A fan wrote on X, saw the film, loved the film. Friend called me to ask my opinion, and all I could say was zombie dong fest.
Dang.
Yeah, man. This is why I had to give a warning to people, man.
Yeah.
The movie, I give the movie a C+, just simply because it was a little underwhelming from a storytelling sense. It started off really good, mm-hmm. and then after that it was just D.
You think if the penis wasn't so distracting that it would be a better movie?
I don't know. Maybe I'm not not very objective, I guess, because if it was a woman chasing naked, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But I just think the fact that it's a penis that is literally, it feel like it takes away from the movie. I feel like there were too many below the waist shots. It was just unnecessary.
It seems like there is a concerted effort nowadays to try to like normalize male nudity. And, maybe there's like, Hollywood is very progressive, and they're trying to always like normalize like sexuality, and they're trying to normalize, like your sexual preference. And the what do you call it, gender norms and all these different things. So I would imagine that there is a concerted effort to try to like make male nudity a thing, because I see it sometimes. Like I see it in certain things where you'll just be watching a show on HBO or something random like that, and you're like, oh dang, I wasn't expecting that to happen. So I can see that kind of thing happening. So because I think you were describing it in a way where like, this is 28 years later, and their clothes are probably going to be deteriorated and things like that.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, like these are, like I was telling Eddie, I was like, when you're shooting this, the guy is sitting in makeup for probably like 5, 6, maybe like 8 hours or something like that, depending on how extensive it is. And then on top of that, they're probably blocking the scene. And then they're actually shooting the scene, and they're probably shooting multiple takes of the scene. And then after that, they're editing the clips. So there was definitely a moment in the editing bay where somebody was probably like, yeah, we like that scene right there. The dick is swinging right there.
Yeah, that's what I take from the movie. Whoever was doing the shooting, it's like they made a concerted effort to put dong in there. Yeah, there's one scene that I will say, and it's on the train, and this dude is like the alpha monster is trying to like get out of the way of these like obstacles, like chairs and seats, and he's like, "Ah, ah!" And as he's doing that, this motherfucker's shit is like swinging, it's hitting walls and shit. I'm like, come on, man.
Hitting the walls.
I'm like, come on, man. This is a lot. Yeah, but I think it's satire. But I think that's the problem with it, is it stopped going. It went away from the seriousness of the movie, and it started turning into satire.
Oh, like just because they were just because it got so distracting.
It was too much. It's too much. It was too many shots that were down there, and it would just be awkward. Like if you took your girl or your wife to this, I just don't think it's for y'all. Because here's the problem: you watch a movie. Obviously, we're all adults, right? But you see this BBC monster coming on the screen. Now you and your girl looking at dick now.
Right.
Fuck that. Well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like it even gets to the point, like if I remember, what was that movie that came out with Michael B. Jordan, the boxing movie, Creed, right? There was a lot of women that was going to that movie because they love Michael B. Jordan, and they was like, "Oh my God, he take his shirt off in this movie." I would not want to go with my girl to watch that movie. I'd just be like, "You could just go with your friends."
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm not about to sit here and watch you get hot and bothered by Michael B. Jordan.
Right.
You could do that with your homegirls. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. Yeah. But yeah. Just a warning, folks. 28 dicks later, I give it a C+.
Dang.
Yeah. All right. Switching gears.
A D+.
Yeah. They need. You know what? This is what I was gonna say too. With movies like this, you got to give a warning. Like you have to like start giving warnings. I guess they figure, within the title, rated R or nudity, whatever. We don't expect that still. Like we're used to seeing like above the waist shots, or like seeing maybe seeing some breast. But we're not used to seeing this, dog. This is the next level.
Yeah.
This is the next level.
Yeah.
In order to get that role, all he had to do was be tall and freaking have a dong, because there's like he just was super angry in the movie. One dude said like, "Why you so mad, bro? You already got a piece on you." And then this girl was like, what she say? Some girl on Twitter said, "I need an alpha in my life." And then I'm just thinking like, dude, this is wild. Like this, people who have not seen this movie, it's bringing like a satirical attention to
This
it.
is, one other thing I would say is there's a thing like and I gotta go actually plug in that microphone after I say this. But there's a thing where people are trying to like, there's like a shock value thing.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember in Swarm where we seen Chloe, was it Chloe or Holly, whatever, one of those.
Chloe Bailey.
Yeah, where she was getting smacked from the back.
Yeah, that was at the beginning of the movie or the show. Yeah.
So I know that there's like, I think as a filmmaker, they're just trying to like spark a conversation. I think when you do it in Swarm, it's a little bit different because it kind of like feeds into like the story a little bit more. But I think in this, we're trying to be scared, but then you bring in like I don't know. Do you think it was like a sexual thing, or do you think it was just like a?
It had to be. I think that whoever the people shooting the movie, I think sometimes they sneak their fetishes and embed them in the movie because the dog. I understand. Like, once again, I'm not trying to be an asshole or but there's just way too many below the waist shots, and it's to the point to where it's like you're driving the message home that this monster got a whole slab of meat between his fucking legs, trying to kill people. And it's like, all right, man, we get it.
Dang.
We get it, man.
Dang.
Yeah, but there's that, man.
Yeah, let me go fix the thing.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you could rock.
Oh, okay, cool. What's going on with the mic, dude?
It's I need to plug that mic in.
Ah, okay.
So we can hear from it.
So apparently, folks, me and Keith need to hire a producer here. We come across this problem a lot. It seems like Keith, his dreads, that he just got his dreads retwisted. So I'm going to blame that. I think some of his brain chemistry is not as good as beforehand, because once the dreads get tighter, it starts to take oxygen away from his pineal gland. And that's his prefrontal cortex is affected by his dreads. That is so crazy. Yeah, well, yeah, Keith just came from a vacation. So you got to forgive him, man. Now he's unraveling the microphone. He's plugging it in there. And he's got one of those old boom looking mics from like the 70s. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah. All right. Well, no. We killed the time. I wish we would have jumped topics before we
should have done it. I was just setting up the mic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I didn't want to leave people limbo. I don't like too much dead air, All right, let's switch gears now. Switching gears. Mexican OT defends using the N-word. All right, now, here's the deal. Mexican OT is super dope, first of all. He's a dope-ass rapper. And he doesn't use the N-word in his music anymore, but he defended using the word. So rapper the Mexican OT says he's unable to be canceled while using the N-word. And he says Texas-born rapper the Mexican OT is recently stirring up controversy amongst the music listeners. When pressed about his controversial takes, joining a recent podcast appearance, the performer shrugged off the line questioning and boldly declared he wasn't afraid of being canceled. He said, I don't think I can get canceled. That Mexican OT, whose real name is Virgil, on Lip Service podcast, adding, I can't get canceled because I didn't sell my music. I sold me. And then he said, what did he say here? These people know who the fuck I am and they love me and they appreciate me. That's why I can go fucking jump off a bridge and eat a bowl of shit and they're going to fucking love it. Okay, that's all right, bro. He continued, even if you disagree with the fuck I'm saying, there's a whole world that's behind me. Not only there's a world behind me, it's so fearlessly me that you have no choice but to respect it. To make a long story short, he said, like if I say like the N-word, like what you gonna do about it?
This is what I would say, and I'll let you get your thoughts off. The first thing I would say is like, ain't nobody got it like that.
No.
Nobody's above reproach.
No.
Like nobody, and I'm not just talking about him, but nobody's music is that fire.
Yeah.
That they just gon' like, you can say or be anything, and then we just gonna keep listening to your music. Absolutely. The only person that got it like that is maybe two people in American history, and that's Michael Jackson and R. Kelly.
Dang.
Outside of that, like ain't nobody. Yeah, everybody else getting canceled.
Wait. Why would you say R. Kelly?
Because people still listen to R. Kelly.
Oh, same with my. Oh, I get what you're getting at.
Mm-hmm.
I get what you're getting at.
But yeah.
Here's my thing. I would say that it just looks off brand. I feel like when it comes to using the N-word, nobody was using that but black people when I was a kid. And I don't own that word. I don't own the N-word, and I don't like to police people. However, it is awkward when I go somewhere and somebody that is non-black, like a Hispanic dude, and he's like, oh, what's up? What's going on, nigga? What's up? And I'm just like, hey, my name is Eddie. Don't call me that. Mm-hmm. And I do that primarily because we don't abuse the N-word, but at the same time, I don't have to like that. I don't have to accept that. And I think that it's just socially awkward, and I feel like Hispanic people have a beautiful culture. You know, I think that they should be pulling from that. I don't think it should be using the N-word. I think it would be off brand if I was calling people homes or something, or it just wouldn't look right. I feel like there's certain things that are embedded within our culture, and when we step outside of it, we just don't look right. Mm-hmm. Right? Because I see a lot of young people, even more than Hispanic. I've seen an Indian dude saying the N-word, or I've seen an Asian dude saying the N-word, and I'm just like, I know y'all listen to hip hop, and hip hop is dope, but don't get too comfortable saying that word because somebody gonna check you. Mm-hmm. Like, as black people, a lot of us are exhausted trying to correct somebody. Like, hey man, can you not say that? Instead of doing that, we just let y'all rock. But it's gonna be somebody that's gonna say something, you know. Mm-hmm. And when they say something, it's not them tripping. They just genuinely don't like you saying it. Mm-hmm. I think we took that word. That word was used to demoralize us, and we turned it into a term of endearment. We used it within ourselves. Right. It went from that to, like, you know, the rappers using it enough to where everybody got comfortable saying it. Like, don't nobody get a pass. One thing I'll never do, I don't look for a pass to say things about other cultures.
That's especially things that they don't like.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I'm never going to do that. I got too much respect for everybody's culture, whether it's Samoans or Mexicans or Puerto Ricans or Salvadorian people, whoever it is. I don't think like, oh, well, I grew up with Mexicans, I could say this, or I could say that, or I grew up with Salvadorians, I could say this, I got a pass. No, I don't. Mm-hmm. I will never have a pass because I am not Hispanic. Mm-hmm. So you're not going to hear me saying certain stuff. There are things that exist within other cultures, like Italians or, Mexicans or, other people that have things they say to each other that would be offensive coming from someone else. But when they say it to each other, there's no meaning to it. Mm-hmm. Simply because that's just how it works. That's how the N-word works for black people. Yeah. You know what I mean? And
the issue is that black people are so cool that, they just kind of, everyone else kind of just adopted it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing I would say to go along with that, sometimes there's a conversation around like, oh, I said the A or the Nigga instead of the hard ER or whatever.
Like, you don't get to make rules for something you never controlled.
Yeah, that. But also, like, that's not a rule. Like, no. That's not something that, like, white people in the 1900s or 1800s was like. Right. They were not dignifying it by a ER or a A.
Right.
Right. Like, if a white man wanted to call you a nigga, they just called you a nigga. If they wanted to call you the hard ER, they would call you the hard ER. Hard ER. It wasn't like, ooh, this is the racist version and this is the term of endearment. It's not really like, that's not how they dignified it. They're both racial slurs. So I just wanted to put that out there. And the thing that sucks about it is like, most people don't even know the historical context. And they just think like, listening to rap music and all these, little whatevers that are making music now. And that's just kind of how they're influenced. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I was me and my homie and some other people that I didn't know, we were all like just watching sports or whatever. And one dude walked up, was like, hey, what's going on, my nigga? And I was like, hey, respectfully, my name is Eddie. Can you not call me that? Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, no, I didn't mean no racist shit or nothing like that. I was like, I hear you, but I prefer to not be called that. Mm-hmm. And my thing is I didn't say I prefer to not be called that by you or whatever, but I do mean that. I don't want you calling me the N-word. Mm-hmm. It makes me feel weird. It's awkward, and I'm not going to allow people to just call me that. That's I don't rock out like that, dog. Mm-hmm. I genuinely do not. I don't know. I'm also 40 years old, so that's another reason why I look at it a little weird. It's some people that that say the N-word all day, and the black people is cool with that, but those black people cool with it don't mean everybody is.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's gotten to the point where it's and people, they abuse it. That's the worst part. Mm-hmm. They'll be having a conversation like, yeah, nigga, we going over here, nigga, for sure, nigga, like over here, nigga, on here, nigga. And I'm like, bro.
Yeah, you sound stupid.
You sound ignorant. You sound so dumb.
Yeah, that's how the kids be sounding at school.
Even if you black and you using the N word like that, you need to learn some new words. There are infinite words in the dictionary. And you choosing to spam the word nigga is despicable.
I'm be honest. Like when I just roaming around school, like non-black kids say nigga more than black kids do.
It's weird now. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know when this happened.
It's a very strange thing. And like you said, it definitely is a thing that just makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just trash, dog. Just fine. Like it's the English language. There's so many words out there that y'all could use.
Yeah, it's way too many. I just think that hip hop and social media, and I think there's a multitude of things. Hip hop, social media, and the fact that we're using memes that have the N word in them too, and people are sharing them and laughing at them. They think they could do it, but you have to understand, like, you need to understand when you don't overstep. You should never overstep into someone else's culture. That's just my opinion. There are certain things that Latinos can say to each other. I would never say it because I'm black. And I feel like it's disrespecting Mexicans if I was to say certain things. So I just keep my mouth shut. Like there was somebody saying there was this white woman that had like commentary on what she thought Mexicans should have did during the ICE raids. She was like, Mexicans need to do this and they need to make sure. It's like, girl, shut the fuck up. Ain't nobody trying to hear you. I'm sorry. Maybe it could be useful information, but I think as an outsider of someone else's culture, you need to realize when you're overstepping. Why are you telling Mexicans what they need to do? And not only, it is not because you're white, because if I did it, I would also look stupid. If I'm not addressing something in an information based way, and in a way that is, how do I put it, conducive to somebody else's plight, then I just shut my mouth. There's no reason to be speaking on stuff because also there are certain things that you can't quantify. You don't know how it feels to, not have the proper documentation and then somebody just walk off the streets and just break your family up. You gotta tread lightly, bro. You gotta tread lightly when it comes to those certain things because you don't have the background, and it's no different than somebody just like trying to tell you like, oh, you shouldn't be mad at, me saying N-word because I'm saying it with an A, not an ER.
Imagine somebody trying to normalize something that doesn't have the historical context.
Yeah, it's like, stop it.
Like your people was never enslaved by, Europeans and brought over to America, and y'all trying to dictate
you got to watch that.
And where and why somebody should be offended. The saddest thing, and I feel like I think we got the gist of it. But
yeah.
The saddest thing that I heard is it was like February 1st or something like that. Like it was the start of Black History Month. And one of the black kids in my class is like, yo, it's Black History Month. That means like, he said like non-black people can't call me nigga for the whole year or not for the whole year, for the whole month. Like he said something to that effect, basically saying like, yo, it's Black History Month. Like hopefully, non-black people will stop saying the N-word for at least for, the 28 days in February. And I was like, dang, that's devastating. And I was also interested because I was like, these kids, even though they're like 14 years old, they still have the same relationship with the N-word. Like, even though they probably say it around like the people or whatever, like they still feel a way about it. And I was like, okay, so there's still some common, accord. And I think that, whether it's 33-year-old or a 13-year-old, like we still have that same relationship. And, it's just people out there that are abusing that language. And, you got people like, Mexican OT that's like, who gonna do something to me? Like I was raised around these people, I grew up around these people. I've got in fights with these people. Like, so, who gonna do something to me about it? And it's just like, it's not even about like ain't nobody gonna fight you or like try to fight, shoot you or whatever because of the word. But it's just like, it's more of a conversation piece that like, you a fight ain't got nothing to do with it, dog. Like
No.
this is a racial slur that was spoken. That like sometimes that's the last word somebody had like ever heard before they was lynched or castrated or whatever. So it's like it's deeper than you trying to like bully your way into saying the N-word.
Yeah, it's definitely off. Now, he doesn't use the N-word in his music anymore. He hasn't done it in a while, but I listened to his older music and he was saying that shit a lot.
Yeah.
You know, but
he probably uses it in his regular life.
Maybe,
the way I read the article, the way it sounded in there, it didn't sound like he doesn't use it anymore. It sounded like, you know, like who gonna do something about it when I do use it kind of thing.
I think it's dumb to put that energy out there though, because like it's dumb to put that like who gonna do something about it. Like my thing is if I say something that is like I don't know, culturally related and you know, Italians don't rock with it or Latinos don't rock with it, and I'm like, I don't care, I'm gonna say it anyways because I'm myself and I grew up on this side of town, or I went here, like I'm defending something that's not worth defending. Like I'm exerting too much energy to stand on something that really does not matter.
Right.
Yeah, so you don't want to be that guy. He's also very young, but he's a dope artist, bro. He can rap his ass off, and I fuck with Mexican OT. But I think that I think we got to start having real conversations when it comes to certain things, because as black people, a lot of us have, like, I don't say we've became jaded, but we don't feel we feel weird when we walk into spaces and we see like teenagers that's like 16, 15, and none of them is black, and they just like, yeah, nigga, for real, nigga, for sure, nigga, nigga, on God, nigga, and we just like, bro, what do y'all parents think about this?
Right.
Like, what do your parents think about this? What
you got to think like the parents is our age, so those are the origins of non-black people saying nigga.
Yeah, that ain't it, bro. Yeah. That ain't it. And my thing is I know some people that I went to school with, and some of them use it, whatever. And I ain't got nothing against nobody, but I'll just let it be known I do not like it. Bottom line, I don't have to like it. I don't, and I'm not gonna police everybody that's saying it. Just don't call me that. I just pray to God that you don't run into the wrong person doing that. Yeah. Cause it's gonna be some black dude that's like 52 years old. Like, what'd you call me? Huh? What'd you say?
Yeah, they got a different relationship.
They got a different relationship with it, man. Like a lot of this, like I guess you call it progression. I guess, or to me, it's not even progression. It's progression, but it's not. First of all, but this stuff is real recent. Because if you think about where the country is in regards to like how we have conversations and things of that nature, we're not far removed. I was telling you something the other day. I was like, interracial marriage has only been legal for 58 years. That's crazy. So I was born in 1985. So it was less than like, oh man, was like a little over 20 something years beforehand. Gee, that's crazy. Man. Yeah. That's wild, bro. But
yeah, do your due diligence, man. I think anybody that's my closing statement, is do your due diligence. If you feel that strongly about saying it, like, go do some research on why people feel the way they do. Absolutely. Also, too, I think that this country has not did the best job of highlighting black history in textbooks, and I think that it's not everyone's fault. I think that, you know, it was intentional suppression of black history. I think if people knew more about black people and black leaders and black culture, I don't think that people would do this. But I think it's due to this country pushing these things back is why it's happening. And then now we live in a time where they want to implement like DEI, right? I think the DEI wouldn't be a bad thing if we literally had the proper history in textbooks beforehand, but you want to remove stuff while it hasn't even been put in. That's where it becomes a problem, right? I would literally have no issue with the DEI removing, but then you remove Jackie Robinson's military service. What is the objective of that? That's just weird. But we're getting all over the place. Let's go ahead and move on. Switching gears. California just implemented a new no-touch law when it comes to your phone. This is important for everybody listening. Like, everybody listening, I need you to take heed of this. This shit is serious. A lot of people, you love to text these days, right? A lot of people texting, not enough people getting on phones.
I urge you to get on your phone because there is a no-touch law on your phone. If you are holding your phone and driving, you will automatically get a ticket.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's well known. That's what it was. But this is like a legit law that's going to bust your ass. Stop texting and driving. You could use your Siri feature to send a text or whatever, but there's no reason to have that up there. And also, get a phone. What do you call that? What did I say? You put it in the air vent.
Like a little mount.
Yeah, get a phone mount. That's legal. Like if you want to use it for GPS, that's still legal. I see people with those all the time, and they don't get tickets for that because that's been legal from day one, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's fine. But if you have your phone in your hand while you're driving, nah, I wouldn't do that. I just simply would not do that. Let me go ahead and read the article here to give you guys some more depth on that. California enforces stricter no-touch phone law to curb distracted drivers. Across 31 states, a new law, including California, is making rules even stricter at the beginning of June. The no-touch phone law went into effect with stricter emphasis on prohibiting drivers from touching their phones for any reason while behind the wheel. Eyewitness News spoke to officials who said these laws are in place to prevent accidents and save lives. And quote, I hope this new law is in place that we do see a reduction in crashes, said Highway Patrol DC Williams. I hope we see less tickets coming in from people driving distracted, and that the point gets across that, hey, it just needs to stop. With stricter emphasis on no touch law, California Highway Patrol said that even with a law in place, it's continuing to happen too often. We're looking away even for a short moment. You're taking your focus off the traffic in front of you, said Officer Williams. Just a split second that you're looking down at that point in your hand and then back up, traffic in front of you could be stopping by that time, and you may end up in an unfortunate accident. Accident attorneys at Chain and Cone Clark say their clients are victims of crash that could have been prevented. Absolutely. I think that I can always tell when somebody's really distracted when they're in traffic, especially bumper to bumper in LA, when the traffic's moving really slow, and then they're like not moving for a second. I give them a minute to get off their phone and then they move, or I'll hit them with a little bit of air horn so they know they got to move. But if you're bumper to bumper, I've seen too many accidents like that. In LA, there's been an infinite number of accidents that I've seen since I've been driving in 10 years. One day I was headed to Long Beach. I was on I-5. I was literally near Stadium Way, near Dodger Stadium. Like I was like probably maybe a few miles away, right? And this dude got knocked off his motorcycle, man. Traffic wasn't going full speed. It was like starting to, you know how traffic starts to speed up a little bit before it gets back clear? Yeah. So it was right there. And then this dude on a bike ran right into the back of this little Toyota mini truck. Dang. Yeah. And his bike just slid. He was okay. He had like a bloody nose. And like, I'm not going to say I didn't have empathy for him, but that guy was driving fucked up. You know, and that's, even if it's not a distraction or he wasn't being distracted, he was driving reckless. Yeah. Now imagine somebody on a phone. It's no different. You're in a car. You're driving a death machine. When you're not paying attention and you're driving a car, you are literally driving a fucking death machine. I would be the worst candidate because I'm a truck driver driving a truck weighing nearly 80,000 pounds. And if I'm on my phone and I don't stop, somebody could be severely injured.
Right. Or dead.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because you got to realize with the amount of weight that I have with a full load, let's say I stop too late and the car in front of me is a smart car, right? The truck is so fucking heavy that it will roll over the car and keep going. God dang. That's how dangerous it is. So, I mean, please don't drive distracted. I encourage more people to. I think getting on the phone has saved people's lives for more than one way. Text messaging is a lack of context. So you got to send 5-6 texts to get what you would have said in a conversation in 20 seconds. I think that we got to get on the phone. And you know how we talk about like, oh, the dating landscape is terrible. The dating landscape is terrible. I don't know what's going on. People don't fucking talk anymore.
Yeah, that's part of it.
That's part of it. Nobody talks anymore. You just got a bunch of text message threads and it's not real context. You're not getting any depth when all you do is text. And to make matters worse, you're doing it in traffic. You're risking your life to send a text to somebody that's not even your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever.
Right.
No, not at all. I've had women stop talking to me, bro. I swear to God. I've had women that just kind of like just stop talking to me. They're like, "Do you even want to talk to me?" And then I finally text them like, "Yes, but I'm driving. I'm at work." And they'll be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And I'm just like, "What? You stop talking to me because I'm trying to make a living?"
Right.
It's like and I tell them you could call me on the phone, and they'll be like, I'm kind of busy. I really want to talk right now." And it's like, what's wrong with people? They can't answer the phone.
You don't want to talk on the phone.
I don't know what's wrong. I think what it is too is a lot of people don't want to get on phone calls because they are trying to hide the persona. I think that a phone call is so powerful. You get to see so many levels of a person through a phone call that you'll never see in text. I can tell who a person is with a 10-minute phone call versus text. Because they will be revealing things about themselves within that phone conversation that are alarming. Yeah. You'll be like, okay. Yeah, this is the last phone call we ever going to have.
Yeah.
It's the last one. Yeah. You'll be talking to a girl on the phone. You're like, that movie 28 Years Later is great. I love everything about that movie. You're like, yeah, it's time for me to not talk. I ain't talking to her no more.
The DP was just so fantastic.
It's like I would totally watch that movie like 4 or 5 times. It's like, I don't think we need to talk no more.
Yeah. I think this to me is not really news. I don't know if they've kind of like refined the law or whatever, or just made it more clear. But yeah, this is something that, has been going on for ages. I know I'm a victim of it myself. I try not to like be on my phone so much. When I'm driving, because I usually just throw in like music or a podcast or whatever, and then I just drive. But you see a lot of people, especially like heavy traffic, you'll see people that are like, like just on their phone, like texting, or like some people, we talked about it before, some people be watching like movies and like sporting events and stuff like that. They had a Dodgers game on while they on the freeway. So I don't know. I just think that it's not only for like your safety, but it's just like you said, we're driving, very heavy machines that, that are flammable and all kind of stuff. So it's important. Like accidents, like you were alluding to, accidents happen while we're not distracted. So, it's only magnified when you got somebody on their phone, like trying to text a booty call or whatever.
Yeah, it's not worth it. You over there, you texting on your phone trying to get some pussy, you get in an accident with your dumb ass. Don't do that. Yeah. Just if you got to pull over, then do that. Worst come to worst, because I would like, especially too, to protect your license, because once they start seeing you on that phone, they're going to enforce it. They're going to be a lot more tickets. And here's another one that I want to share with people, because I see it daily as a truck driver. They are using undercover cars to pull people over now. Yeah. There's a lot of them. And then what it is when you drive by the car, when they got somebody over, you finally see where it says Highway Patrol. It's embedded in the paint.
Oh, dang.
It's like a chameleon paint. Right. It's wild. It's like a straight car, like from the back, it looked regular. From the front, it looked regular and shit. It's still like a cop car, but it looked like a civilian. Like, but then when you get up on it, you see it say California Highway Patrol.
Are they different types of cars, or is it still the same?
Different paint jobs.
Ford Explorer stuff.
It's still the Ford Explorer, but I seen one that was blue. I seen one that was like red. I seen like they got different colors now.
Do they have the antenna still, or is it like more like a regular car?
I don't know if it had the big antennas is a giveaway. Yeah, police be thinking they so slick. You got a motherfucking big ass antenna on the motherfucker, but no, the one I seen it didn't have that. Dang. But then all of a sudden you see them lights come on. I was like, yo. Yeah. Dang. Yeah, that shit ain't worth it, man. But if you guys, anybody that's going to LA soon, or you're going anywhere up to 5, understand there are tons of undercover highway patrolmen there, and they're patrolling that area heavily. They are giving tons of tickets out. Yeah. And while I'm
pay for new cars.
Yeah, absolutely. And while I'm at it talking, this is something I have to tell people as well. Okay, if you guys are driving in a fast lane, right, and you feel your tire pop or something and you need to pull over, don't ever pull over on the left shoulder. Never do that. I see tons of people that do that. You know what I'm talking about, Keith? Like, how there's like there's a shoulder on the left next to the fast lane? Don't ever fucking do that. That is the dumbest shit that you can do. Make sure you get over to the right. I don't care how you do it. Get to the right shoulder always. And the reason why is because on the right shoulder, that's where all the services are. So let's say, for example, your car breaks down and you get over to the right. You could literally go on foot and walk to the next off ramp and get some water or some food, or you could get to a safe place, whatever the case. But when you on the fast lane, you got to go across the freeway to get, you'll never get across. Never get across.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's just dangerous.
Cars is flying too.
Cars is flying. They don't give a fuck, and they're on their phones, not paying attention, trying to get some pussy. Boom! Now you're dead now because you pulled over on the left side. Don't do that.
Yeah. Dang.
I keep seeing it all the time. And then one dude, this is the dumbest shit I've seen. This dude had a tire blowout, right? It was his passenger side tire in the front. And he was parked on the left shoulder. Can you tell me how you're supposed to change that tire now, sir?
He all out in the fast lane.
They gonna run your legs over. People do not pay attention. Man, I've had to save people's lives countless times with my air horn. Just recently, you know how you ever been driving, traffic is smooth, and then all of a sudden it just starts coming to a standstill and it slows down? Okay. That's what happened. I was in Fontana, right? And I was on the 10 headed to the 57. And fucking, I seen the traffic up ahead at least a half a mile or more up, right? Because I could see very far being up that high in a truck. But it was a dude to my left that was just going fast. He's like, right? And I don't think he was paying attention. And as he was closing in on traffic, he was still driving the same speed.
Right.
So then I just hit the horn and I held it. And then he just like backed down. He slowed down, but he was starting to swerve a little bit. I said, if I didn't blow my air horn, he would have fucking killed somebody.
God dang.
That's how much people don't pay attention. And that is why Highway Patrolman is enforcing this law. I don't blame them because we're like babies on our phones. We got to learn how to detach from this shit too, man.
Yeah.
Got to learn how to get off the phone. We treat this baby like a baby. We treat this phone like a titty with milk in it. I hope that was a good analogy.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I mean, breasts with milk in them. It's got to be the best thing. Why are we the only freaking, what we call ourselves, mammals, right? Why are we the only mammals that drink animal milk instead of our own milk?
Yeah. I mean, we have a higher consciousness. So.
I guess, but like, you think about it, like, why don't we use our own milk?
Because it's just not it's not mass produced.
It's not mass produced, but that doesn't mean it doesn't taste good. Yeah.
And most people stop drinking milk after, they're, what they call it, like, infants and toddlers and stuff. Yeah. You don't see no grown gorilla drinking no milk.
I mean,
sucking on no titties.
I mean, but we spend our whole life as men still sucking breasts. Why won't we just get one with milk in them?
Yeah. Well, I guess you got to be pregnant.
You imagine that protein shake?
With human breast milk?
Yeah, it's probably fire.
They probably sell human breast milk somewhere, like on a black market or something.
Yeah, probably like some Cambodian breast milk. Like, this is from Cambodia.
Yeah, it's like broken up by ethnicities.
Yeah, like, oh, this is from the Jamaican islands.
Ha! This is some Jamaican.
This is Jamaican jerk breast milk.
Got some jerk in there. Yeah, man.
You should try this breast milk. That's
hilarious.
You know those Jamaican drums they got over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Jamaica, man. Yeah. All right. How do we get there? How do we start talking about breast milk? What happened?
I don't know. That's all.
What did I say that sparked that conversation? Oh my God.
I think you just went there. You talked about animals and breast milk.
What the fuck was I thinking though?
I don't know.
Somebody help me, please. Go back and what sparked that conversation? Because I literally just said that, but that's the problem with podcasting. You get so caught up in talking, and then you'll be like, yeah, we need to do something about the crime on the streets.
Yeah.
I love big breasts, first of all. You're like, how the fuck did this correlate? Why?
Yeah.
I have a problem. All right. Let's move on. Switching gears. Black woman declined service at auto shop after employees mocks Juneteenth. So if you guys haven't seen it, there's a video of a guy. He's talking to his workers, and they mentioned Juneteenth being a federal holiday, and they were off work, and they was like, "What is Juneteenth? What is that?" And he's like, "I don't know, something about Juneteenth, something about reparations or something like that." And I think here's the thing: what I do not expect white people to know everything about Black history, because they've been cheated too. Like, they've been cheated by our government for suppressing Black history in textbooks. So a lot of the things that we don't even know about our own people, white people don't know them either. So we can't expect white people to know everything that triggers Black people. However, in this scenario, it was dismissive because you have one Google search to figure out what the fuck it means. Mm-hmm. And you have a Black client that's sitting there in your waiting room getting her truck worked on. But instead of being, having good customer service and opening up a computer or your phone and at least looking, you just say, oh, something about reparations. So you may not know what Juneteenth is, and that's fine. If you don't know, you don't know. I don't expect for you to know. It's a new federal holiday. It's not a new holiday, but it's a new federal holiday. It's only been around for what? It's been a federal holiday for what, 2 years now?
Since Biden was in office.
So no more than 3 years, right? So it's a new federal holiday. But you do know it's something dealing with Black people. You know that much. And the fact that you, through satire, or like, I don't know, something about reparations, like, it's the fact that you were dismissive about it, which is disrespectful, and you have a Black client. That's dumb. You don't do that. Mm-hmm. That's like me being a Black shop owner, and I'm like, so what's going on with these ice raids? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's some soda or something with ice in it. And I'm laughing, but there's families being torn apart while I have a Mexican client waiting on me to work on their car. They got every right to walk the fuck out of that shop. Mm-hmm. They got every right to walk out. It's no different than like, imagine I'm a shop owner, right? And then it was like, oh, it's Pride Month, man. Why are they always doing this gay shit? And then the gay person gets up and walks out. They got every right to walk out. Mm-hmm. You don't got to kiss anyone's ass. But the fact that you sitting there doing that, you don't have no regard for your clients. Mm-hmm. Money is not Black, white, Mexican, Hispanic. Money is money.
Right. And
if you are so dumb that you are fucking your own money up, you deserve to have your business destroyed. You deserve to have your business fucked up. Because you're so stupid, you can't even keep your bigotry to yourself.
Yeah.
That's the problem, man. I mean, look, we all have our own opinions about things. We all have our own ideas of how we feel about things. That may not be the most popular opinions. However, like, if you can't police yourself, what are you really doing? Mm-hmm. Like, what do you? It could be anything. It could be anything. Imagine this, and this one here blurs all racial lines. Imagine you like, man, dogs are stupid. I don't like dogs, man. All dogs do is bark all day. I don't care about dogs. And imagine you got a room with a Black woman in there, a white woman, a Black man, an Asian man, and they all dog lovers. They all love dogs. All of them is gonna get out and walk the fuck out of your place.
Yeah.
That's the thing people got to understand, man. Mm-hmm. You cannot do that.
Yeah. I think for me, when there was a moment, told the story before, but I worked at La Mina out here in Bakersfield.
Oh, man.
And when I was working there, I was a bouncer. And there was times where like hip hop music would come on. And if there were Black people in there, the owner would get mad. He would like, and some of the other managers also, they would be like, yo, turn this music off. And it was basically, essentially them saying like,
alluding to,
there's too many Black people in here. We don't want them getting like excited about whatever. So don't play any hip hop music in here. And mind you, I'm, one of the only Black people that actually work there. So once I stopped working there, I made a concerted effort never to step in that building again.
Yep.
Like, y'all not getting none of my resources or none of my money. And that thing is no longer, like, there's no more.
The business got shut down.
The business, got shut down. So I think that, I'm on the same boat as that Black lady that was in the store.
Just get up and walk out.
Yeah, if you want to, make fun of something, or if you want to be ignorant in that way, you don't get to have my business. And mind you, I'm just one person, so I'm not, I'm not moving a needle necessarily, but I just think for my own integrity, I don't have to be in those spaces.
No. Absolutely not. And even you don't have to agree with things, but if you can at least empathize with the people that feel a certain way about what's ever going on, you got a problem, sir.
Yeah.
You got a real problem. When it comes to Lamina, too, the amount of non-black people that got in fights there was wild.
Yeah, it was a lot. Man.
Everybody has the was the propensity to be violent or to get into fights. It was one night you said that somebody got beat up and it looked like it was brain matter on the ground or something.
Yeah, it was like this huge fight with like a bunch of white boys, and it was just like it was going. I don't even know how it happened or why it started, but I just remember like after the club got cleared out, it was like brain matter on the ground. Like it just was like I don't know. It was just like bodily like stuff, and it was kind of pink too. So I was like, I don't know what that was. Somebody's brain was just laying on the ground.
They probably got home and took their cowboy hat off and was like, "Fuck, man, I'm missing part of my head." God, oh,
yeah.
Oh, 28 years later.
Yeah, that's funny.
That'd be fucked up. Imagine you doing security and all of a sudden that monster come in there. And he's like,
He's getting smacked in the head.
Oh man, that'd be terrible. Oh,
that's
man.
funny.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nurse like, I can fix him. Them nurse leggings is wild, bro.
What's nurse leggings?
Well, that's what they look like. Those scrubs, they're not even scrubs no more. They're leggings. And I'm just like, dude, this one girl, and mind you, I'm a man. I'm not a pervert, but I'm a man. I see women. Okay, yeah. She had these leggings on, and she looked like she worked out. That's what I guess. She was a little bit bigger, but you could tell she worked out because she had depth like in her legs and stuff. Very pretty.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. It was super tight on the waist, and she was busty up top, but the pants was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to give a patient a heart attack with all that ass. The patient's vitals going to be crazy. Can you imagine it'd be a dude about to die, and his vitals is like, beep, beep, beep. And she coming in with that booty, and it's like, beep, 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 beep,
L, beep, 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 L.
Can you imagine being a patient, right? Imagine you a patient in a hospital, and you about to die, and the last thing you see is a BBL, and then you just die. You just see a fat nurse booty, and now you dead.
That's coming.
I don't know why I thought about this, but that beep beep, it reminds me of that fucking wheel on Wheel. Remember, it's not Wheel of Fortune. The Price is Right. You know how that big ass wheel that they pull it up and they throw it down? There's a magnet in that thing, bro. The Price is Right's got to have a magnet in that wheel. Because when the wheel comes down, it stops too soon sometimes. I'm like, somebody's controlling that.
Yeah.
Because it'll be like, when this was black dude, he was strong. Like, he pulled it up and threw it hard, and that shit was going, and then it just slowed down quick. It's like,
yeah. It seemed like no matter how strong you are, you don't really get no good spin.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man, something's up. You know what be cracking me up when old people get up there? For some reason, old people are very successful at that show. I don't know why it happens.
Yeah.
But there'll be an old person that gets up there, and you know how they have the showcase, right? And you got to guess how much it costs?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, here we have a boat and all expenses paid trips on Sunside Suites. And then they got to guess the price. And then the next one will be like a lady that's like 78 years old. Yeah. And they'll be like, behind the curtain, a new car. Yeah. And they'll be like, $50.
Nah, they're going to do it one day where it's a slave behind there. It's going to be a strong nigga. They going to be like 200. 200.
It's going to be accurate. Like, dang. How'd you get that right?
That's coming.
I think the dumbest one I seen, there was they was on a showcase, and it was for oh my God, what was it? It was like a toaster. Right, it was like a toaster, and you got, you know how the way you get on the show is you have to go to like that. You have to do the bidding thing, I guess, so you have to get the closest price. And it was like, this is a lavish toaster from Sweet Stack, so and so, and it's a 4 toast maker, blah blah blah, right? And then it was a the first person was like $400. Like, it's a toaster. $400.
$400 for the toaster?
I'm like, come on, man.
That's hilarious.
Boy, that motherfucker must make bread and toast. Golly.
That's funny.
I don't even have a toaster in my house. That's how much I try not to eat bread.
Oh, yeah, that's real. I feel you. I mean, I do eat bread. I don't have a toaster either, though. Like, if I do want to, like, have a piece of toast, like, sometimes I'll put jelly on toast or something. I'll just put it in a skillet. Just kind of, like, fry it that way.
I got a brain teaser for you. Say coast 5 times real fast.
Coast, 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 coast.
Say boast 5 times real fast.
Boast, 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 boast.
What'd you put in a toaster?
Toast, 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 toast.
No, nigga, bread.
This nigga taking it back to elementary, y'all. This nigga hit me with that 4th grade joke.
I got your ass, boy. You were so sure, too. You was like, toast.
Yeah.
Like, toast, toast, toast. Nah. Oh, man. I love getting people with that brain teaser.
Yeah. That's funny.
This is one black dude that does these brain teasers, but he like, it's wild, bro. It's hilarious. He'll be like, basically he tells them, I want you to say, but my income, right? So they're like, but my income. He said, I want you to say that 5 times as fast as you can. But my income, but my income, but my income. And he says, all right, now this is where the brain teaser comes in. It's like, I want you to do 5 squats and say the same thing, except say it backwards. And then it'd be like, come in my butt, come in my butt, come in my butt. This shit had me dying, bro. That's funny. He got multiple videos of that.
People just saying it.
He was just saying that shit too.
That's crazy.
Oh man, this one dude was like, hey man, what the fuck you doing, man? You don't do that shit, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Oh, bro, that shit. It was this one dude, this black dude, but he was kind of like, you could tell he kind of was a little bit, leaning on the LGBTQIA plus.
Yeah.
And he was like, come in my butt.
He liked it.
Come in my butt. Like, what you got to get me to say? It's like, nigga, you done said this before.
That's wild.
This is not a foreign statement from you, sir.
Oh, dang.
This is not foreign policy.
Dang. Damn.
Oh, man.
He for sure was at the premiere of 28 Years Later.
Oh, yeah. It's like, this is the part that I like the best. It's like, you get on Twitter, like, where the alphas at?
This movie is cinematic brilliance.
Oh, man. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, let's go and switch gears and wrap this thing up. All right, switching gears. We just dropped missiles on Iran. In other news, we got to go to work tomorrow. So, yeah, that doesn't really matter. Yeah. Live updates. We just have to talk about this. Obviously, this is a huge thing. Live updates. U.S. claims strikes cause severe damage and warns Iran against retaliation. The Israeli military said it had attacked 6 airports in western, eastern, central Iran, destroying 15 aircrafts and helicopters as part of its effort to deepen air superiority in Iran's skies. The skies damaged runways, underground bunkers, and refueling aircraft of F-14 or 5 A-1 aircraft belonging to the Iranian regime. The Israeli Defense Forces said in a statement, the aircraft that were destroyed were intended to use against Air Force aircraft. Oh, God, this is just a bunch of bullshit. I don't give a fuck. All right, man. Okay, this is what I'll say. I feel like before you get involved in these wars, you need to worry about the war against the middle class in the United States. We live in a country where 70% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. They cannot afford things. You have a homeless epidemic. There is a viral trend on TikTok of people living in their cars because they can't afford housing. And you are dropping missiles on Iran? Nigga, you missed the plot. Mm-hmm. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? I think it's these wars too is a bunch of cowards with suits and ties that have differences, and now all of us get involved in it. Bro, we got no business going to war with nobody. Mm-hmm. We don't got we funding this stuff too. Like we got a bunch of empty piggy banks and prayers. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I hear you. I think that when it comes to, I always thought like, I remember back when, we were going into Afghanistan and stuff like that.
Right.
And you had George Bush as president. I always felt some type of way because this president, like you said, gets to have this suit and tie on and sit behind, sit in the Oval Office or whatever, and, just push a button, and these people's lives are, affected in that way. And I think this is a little bit different because you got, two countries that are at war that, don't really have anything to do with what we got going on over here. I think if the president came in and was just trying to make peacemaker or something like that, and you know how like sometimes the president will get like, they'll get like a Nobel Peace Prize for like, facilitating or like, what do you call it? Like making peace in like, the Middle East, I guess. But, I think that that's like the power of like being American, where you can go in there and you can kind of like speak to something that you're not necessarily like allies with anybody. But when this, like you said, when this type of stuff happens, like you're affecting, people's lives that are out there. Like you say, you're dragging us into these situations. And then we're talking about money. We're talking about resources. We're talking about something that's just not going to go away. And then you're also, I feel like who knows what this retaliation looks like, but you're almost like opening us up to like some type of retaliation.
Right.
So I think that that's like above all the other stuff. You don't want to make them people mad because they don't have the firepower to like really affect us in a way to where it's like it could get like really competitive, but
right.
You just don't want them coming over and having like, somebody travel across the border. And, it's very hard now to get past TSA when you don't got proper documentation, just because after 9/11, they made everything a little bit more difficult. But you don't know. You just never know. Somebody's cousin might be here. It's a lot of people that have, family in America. So you just never know what can happen, and I don't want to put nothing out there, but you just never know what can happen.
I mean, supposedly we're supposed to have sleeper cells out here. It's just people that come here that have affiliations from other countries, and we wrong them or do something we ain't got no business doing. Mm-hmm. We don't need no issues here. Yeah. Americans go through enough. They could barely afford where they living. Mm-hmm. So if a motherfucker starts shooting at us, now we get like, come on, man. Mm-hmm. That has never happened. Mm-hmm. But that don't mean that can happen. Yeah. That does not mean it cannot happen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, and right now that's definitely the wrong time for that type of situation to happen. Because you got to think some of these like mass shootings happen in like very populated places and stuff like that. You just, like I said, you just never know. Like no one would have imagined that the World Trade Centers would get knocked down.
Nobody,
So, yeah. I just think it's important for us to just keep it neutral. I tell this a few times. Like at the point when there was like a lot of ICE, like when the ICE raids first started happening, I remember our principal. She talked to all the staff, and she basically said like, "Hey, everybody has rights. If you're here in America, you have certain rights. It's important to understand those rights and make sure that we're trying to give." Information to, students and families that are, could possibly be affected. But she said, the one thing she said that was really, I thought was like a great statement. She said, it's important for us to remain neutral in all of this. And I was like, that's like a great thing for a principal to say, because when you're working in a school, especially in Bakersfield, you don't know what type of time people on. They can be super strong, like, red, super strong blue, whatever, but you don't know, like, and that can cause like a lot of like tension because politics get crazy real fast. But for her to say that, I thought it was great. So I say that to say, I think that our president can kind of do the same type of situation where he could have went in there and was like, we're going to remain neutral in this thing, because, and we talked about it before, a lot of these wars, they go back to the freaking
biblical times.
Right. Yeah. Like it go way, the Ottoman Empire and all that other stuff. So, this stuff is like, it's really above our pay grade. And I think that we should just, stay out of the way.
Yeah. I just think that if there's special interests involved, Like, I think when there's ever money involved, oil involved, there's some underlying reason why we end up in these things. And it has nothing to do with empowering Americans. Right? Like, and I'm going to say it doesn't make it right. But if we were dropping missiles on another country and all of a sudden our economy went crazy and the price of shit went down and we made a lot of money, I would be like, yo, it's not right that we're bombing people, but something's going on because life got better here. But we're just bombing motherfuckers and the price of shit continues to go up. You know, I can objectively say as a man that just turned 40 that my childhood was lit, bro. I look back at it, man, we had a 99-cent menu. Man, we had so much shit, bro. Like being poor in the 90s or not having a lot, you still could afford to live and have fun.
Yeah.
Like this shit, man, I feel horrible. I'm going to say this before you say something right now. I feel horrible for this new graduating class of students. I feel horrible for the class of 2025. I feel so bad for y'all, and I pray for y'all. And here's why. I had it so much better than you when I graduated in 2003, because back then we could still get part-time jobs. But now, because the economy is so bad and people can't work, them same jobs that the kids is getting for the summer, it's grown adults working them now. All them little Jamba Juice jobs and all the little jobs in the mall and all that, y'all don't get them jobs no more.
Right.
It's going to starving adults that's trying to feed their fucking family. So that's the part that's scary. Back in the day, you get a little summer job. You can't do that no more with these kids. And it's super. And to make it worse, the American dream, which is like owning a home and doing this and doing that, Gen Z got it the worst, bro. Gen Z got it the worst. They not gonna be able to, with the rate things going now, they not gonna be able to afford shit. So it's like, man.
Yeah, I think inflation happens all the time.
Yeah.
I think the only difference is now is that, like you were saying, when you used to have a job at, McDonald's or Walmart or Target or whatever, you used to be able to like afford to low key like live on your own. You wasn't rich, but you could get an apartment for like $800 a month or something like that.
Way less than that, dog.
Yeah, I'm just throwing numbers out there.
Yeah.
But you get you an apartment, maybe 1-bedroom apartment, and you cool. But now, like, everything is like super like crazy where you got to live with a roommate or
absolutely.
I think you got to shack up with somebody just to make ends meet, just to be all right out here.
The economy is fucked up when you have like a chick over your house and you guys are just chilling. It's like, I love the fact that like you live by yourself. You don't live with people. And I'm thinking like, okay. So I could only imagine like when women are dating and they go like over a dude's house, there's like a roommate situation with like 3 people living there. Damn.
Yeah.
That has to be uncomfortable for a woman though.
Yeah.
Especially if
she's trying to scream while she's getting smacked down. And
she's like, fuck, there's so much noise in there. They're just playing video games all night. I can't nut. I can't get.
He's on 2K.
Yeah, she can't even get her nut because they in there yelling over the damn video game.
That's funny.
Yeah, times are different though, man.
Yeah.
They're way different. But yeah, dude, I to reel it all in, I just find it weird that we are in the middle of any conflict, especially when this motherfucker said that, if I was in office, we would not have any war. We would not be with, you. Then the Democrats ain't no better. We already know what time it is on the Democrats. When they was in office, and they had this whole, they giving Ukraine so much goddamn money.
Yeah.
Every other month is like giving them this and giving them that. Man, you got homeless veterans in the motherfucking streets. You got the mental health crisis, the worst that has ever been in American history. You got people that can't afford housing and you forking all over this money.
Yeah.
Don't be quick to, now Trump ain't shit now, but don't be quick to talk about him when your administration failed too. Straight up. The Democrats fucked it off. And my thing, I'm the type of guy that I was critical of Biden. I voted for the dude and his old ass got in there and didn't do shit. And now we got this stupid motherfucker in office. Now we got to deal with this dickhead.
Yeah.
This motherfucker, what did he do? He's all the travel ban.
Yeah.
The travel ban predominantly had.
Can't go to Jamaica.
Yeah, predominantly black and brown countries got travel banned.
Yeah.
I'm just like, come on,
Jamaicans
man.
ain't no terrorists, dog.
Yeah, Jamaicans just want to smoke weed and eat jerk chicken, man. That's all they want to do.
Yeah, man.
Blum, 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 blum.
Red Stripe.
Yeah, when I hear that song or that sound of those like Jamaican drums, I don't know what those are called, but you get what I'm saying. I think of that lobster.
Steel drums.
Steel drums. I think of that lobster from Little Mermaid, Sebastian. Under the sea.
Yeah.
And he was Jamaican because when I did that podcast by myself, and I said Keith is in Jamaica with his newlywed wife and that goddamn lobster from Little Mermaid, and they all hanging out. I had to look it up. It said yes. It said the Sebastian was Jamaican.
Yeah, Jamaican accent.
I was like, that's so crazy. That is so crazy.
Jamaican me crazy.
Yeah, Jamaican me crazy. Jamaican me monster. Yeah, man. I will say this, and before we wrap it up, is I don't understand any of the conflicts that we get involved with. I don't understand Vietnam. I don't understand all of them because, truth be told, Vietnam, we had no business being in the jungle. We didn't know what those elements were, and we did not win that war. Like we didn't. We went to somebody's backyard and got fucked up. And the Vietnamese was so smart, they was digging holes. They was beating us without having to shoot us. They was literally creating traps. Like you could be walking, all of a sudden you step on a big leaf, it's a hole, you fall in the hole, and it's a poisonous snakes in it. Yeah. Did you see that shit?
No.
Bro, the Vietnamese they was fucking us up. You would fall into a hole and it would be spikes in that motherfucker. God dang. Big old spikes. You fall in it and you get impaled by them. Or it would be like a hole you step in, you fall in, you're like, oh fuck, I got to get out of here. But you can't get out because it's deep enough and it's at an angle. So when you try to get up, you can't get out. And then behind you, it's a pit full of poisonous snakes. So the snakes bite you and kill you. Dang. Yeah, bro. Or it's a booby trap where you walk through a wire and you set off the trip wire, right? And all of a sudden, a big old heavy board, it's like literally, imagine this. Imagine you walk in the jungle, right? And you hit this trip wire, and then this big old board with spikes fall from a tree and run right through your body. Dang. They still got all the traps. They were showing all the traps I seen this on YouTube. I'm like, oh my God, bro.
Yeah, they weren't playing fair.
Yeah, and you want to know the most fucked up thing about over there in Vietnam? They still got landmines out there. They got a team of people to this day that go out there and their job is to find landmines. And those landmines are still live. Yeah. One dude got his fucking leg blew off like 40 years later. God damn. Went out there, stepped on a landmine, blew his fucking leg off. I'm like, dog. Yeah. We don't have no business being involved in this shit, man.
Yeah. Stay out the way.
No, man. We like you think about what war is too, like, and then it was the threat of nuclear warfare is wild. I think that people play with God too much. I think the end of humanity is going to be due to man. It's going to be due to, if it ain't Trump, it's going to be somebody else who's like, well, you better shoot your nukes first because I've got as many nukes as I need. And it's like, bro, you're going to kill the whole earth. Yeah. That's how it works. Because I think I could be wrong, but I thought like basically once the nuclear war, like the war starts, it travels and it doesn't dissipate. I think that the nuclear bomb, once it explodes, it just stays in the atmosphere. So it's like if we don't get killed by the bombs, us just being around is going to tear us up. We can't breathe that shit in.
Yeah, the radiation.
It'll fuck us up. And then another one, and I'll say this before I get out of here because I'm just speaking random facts. It's time to shut this thing down. Are you familiar with Yellowstone? Yeah. Yellowstone, if it erupts, everybody's fucked. If it erupts, it's going to emit so much ash that it's going to change the weather. It's just going to be nighttime, full-time night. Damn. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Don't watch 28 Years Later, man. Don't watch that. Don't watch that movie, man.
Swinging
28 dicks later, man. Don't watch it, man. Don't watch it. There's gonna be some woman that hears this full-length podcast and she's still gonna tell her man he should watch it. Yeah. And the thing about it though especially if they get in an argument. He gonna be like, I don't care. It don't matter to me. I don't want to hear that shit no more. He'll be like, it's okay, babe. Let's go watch 28 Years Later.
That's comedy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because she already know her man got an insecurity about his junk.
Yeah.
So she gonna take him on screen to watch a movie, or watch a BBC monster.
Yeah, and she gonna say something as soon as the guy could pop on the screen. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, like, what you mean, wow? Popcorn ain't that good. Nigga, these Twizzlers ain't that good.
Oh, she gonna make sure she get one of the big hot dogs from the vending machine from the place.
Yeah, that's comedy.
Oh man. She was like, oh babe, these are almost like the Dodger dogs. They're really bad. She gonna go get a hot dog purposely bigger than your penis. Like, I like these big ones better.
And just be choking on it while she eating it.
Yeah, mustard all over the fucking place. Relish on the ground.
That was crazy.
God damn.
Yeah.
Going crazy. Those Dodger dogs getting a little wild, bro. Like, they don't taste how they used to back in the day.
Yeah.
It's a different brand. They're not bad, but they got another Dodger dog that's like, it's like a extra big version.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. And this one girl was holding it like, I got my Dodger dog, but it just looks so weird. I'm like, yeah, man, you shouldn't be eating that, man.
Yeah.
That's like kangaroo meat or something. The fuck
That's
that
funny.
was. Let me look it up. Hold on. Big Dodger dog. Let's see what it is here. Let's see. Hold on. Because I seen they had another one. It is. Yeah, this the one. This is ridiculous. It's a 16-inch hot dog, bro.
Yeah, what you doing with 16 inches of...
It's called a slugger dog.
Nah.
And this dude smiling like a motherfucker. He got it. If you go to Google and put in slugger dog, it's this dude holding a tray, and the dog's so big it can't even fit in the buns. It's just sticking out each end.
Sticking on the sides, yeah.
Yeah, it's just uncovered buns. No protection or nothing. Just straight buns and condiments.
That's hilarious.
This is how they describe it. It is a 10-inch pork wiener wrapped in a steamed bun. The hot dog is sold at Dodger Stadium located in Los Angeles, California, according to National Hot Dog Association. Look at how they described it.
Yeah.
We got to get out of here. That's enough.
Eddie.
All right, man. All right. Well,
dog.
yeah. If you made it to the end of this episode, we appreciate you. Thank you for listening to a Trucker's Mind podcast. I'm Eddie McGee.
It's your boy K Things.
We're out of here.
Peace.